Alright, everybody, we are back here at Armrest Pro Gym, the best gym in Denver, Colorado. So, I'm for real. That's it. We haven't had a good gym training session here in a while, so I want to make sure we get some really good footage here, especially with, you know, a good history we've had here at the gym. So I really want to get some good training sessions in here and bring it to you guys. I'm really going to be a little bit more technical on these things, especially with today. I'm going to show you some of my favorites and really explain it a little, you know, even more in depth, just because that's going to be the feel for today. But today is Wednesday. In 2 days, I'm heading out to Virginia. So we are in Virginia this weekend at the RVA Iron gym on Sunday, and that's going to be a whole seminar. So Ivana and I are doing a meet and greet. There's a group lifting session. Everybody can lift at the same time, and then a posing seminar. So I think it's like 11, 1, and 3, something like that. I'll double check. I'll be posting about it. So if you are in that area, come out on Sunday to RVA Iron Gym. It's a really dope gym. I've seen some pictures. They have a sweet posing room, a lot of new equipment. So I'm really excited to get out there and train with some of you. I know that many of you written me and told me that you're going to be there, so I'm excited about that. But Saturday is the event. It's a Gary Udit show. It's the Warrior show. I believe it's a pro classic as well as wellness. So there'll be some pros there, which will be cool. And then of course all the NPC athletes below, and it's going to be a big show. So I'm excited to guest pose that. I think I'll be gone. They said late morning, I think, so like maybe 10, 11, 12. I'll be guest posing. So again, if you want to go see a really good show, as well as see me guest pose, you know, show you what we're working with, make sure you swing out there. So I just want to touch those things. Today, gotta get some arms in. So I'm continuing to try to build up these arms, especially in this off season. So I'm gonna, go over some of my favorite movements here, especially, and show you how we get it done. All right, exercise number 1 here. We are doing one of my favorites, pre-exhaustion technique. I did cover this in the past, and it got a lot of attention. A lot of people tried it. A lot of people reached out to me about it, so I want to bring it back, especially with more followers now. So this one's really, really good. I think I saw, like I say, I always give props to things I've learned in the past. This was a long time. I've been doing this for years, but I think this was a Flex Lewis one. I think I read it in a magazine or something. Back when people used to look at magazines to find out workouts and stuff instead of the internet, but no, for real. So this is a tricep pre-exhaustion technique. It's made up of 5 rounds. So you literally do 5 different exercises in one for a total of 50 reps, 10 reps each exercise. And what that is like I said, you want to be perfect here in your execution. So it's not just trying to get through that 50 as fast as you can. They're perfect reps for 50, so 10 each. And what it looks like is all you need is a cable unit, you need a rope, and then you need a straight bar. So what's going to happen is you're going to trade out in between them throughout the set. So I'm going to do 10 just regular push downs with the rope. So cable push downs just down and out. So I'll do 10 there, and then I'll do 10 where you go forward here, you put your elbows together, you're hitting another tricep head here, and you're going a little bit more out and away from you with your elbows closer together, okay? So you're kind of pushing it away from you and pinning it to the ground, all right? We then change it out. This is good to have a partner. You can do it obviously by yourself, but really quick this way. I go right into 10 push downs overhand. So here, 10, perfect execution. Okay, after that you do 10 underhand. So everyone's done the underhand, 10 down squeeze. Okay, so after 10 there, you go into your last round, throw the rope back on, and you go overhead. So 10 there to finish. I absolutely love this one because with arms especially, I'm big on volume. So a little bit more higher volume. This is really good at doing early. So like I said, like 3-4 rounds of 50 reps, you're looking at like 200 reps there. But it just fills them up, gets a lot of blood in there, and then you can move on to your skull crushers, and you can move on to your heavier, more compound movements with arms. But this is great to start with. Warms up the elbows, warms up the joints, warms up the muscle, gets you really, really pumped, and it makes the rest of your workout even harder. So think pre-exhaustion, a lot of reps, cable unit, get it done.
Come on.
Yep.
Come on. Good. 2 more.
Go down one.
Just 1. Gotcha.
Good?
Yep, I'm here. Good, Brad. Come on. Good.
Good money. Another tip here I want to cover real quick. Like I said, we're gonna do a lot of tips today. So watch how he does this tricep extension or this push down. His elbows are not coming up, so they're not traveling up like that. He's pinned to his side, so he's stretching and then down. What I see a lot of people do is you're getting momentum. So when you're getting momentum, you're just using momentum to bring it through and you're using your shoulders. So to fully use the tricep, keep it pinned to your side, let it stretch the head, and then back down. So here, here. So this is as far as it travels. You're not here. None of this swinging shit. So just keep it as perfect to your side as you can.
Yeah.
All right, going on to biceps. So like I said, triceps there that, oh yeah, we call it the club pump. I forgot to mention that. So I call it the club pump. It's not the official name, but you can call it the club pump. I started calling it because it made me think of all these guys that come in here to do arms right before they go to the clubs on Friday night. So what we do is you come in here, all you have to do is that one, 3 rounds of that, and you're good to go to the club. So don't forget to do the club pump, get your triceps all swollen up, and then you can move on to your next exercises. But what we're doing now is we're moving on to some biceps. I'm gonna do some seated incline curls here. I really like to start with this movement because it isolates the bicep heads really well, especially the peak, as well as you can just slow down and squeeze here. So what you wanna do is, pretty high incline here, not all the way up, I go 1 back, and what you wanna focus on here is keep your chest lifted. So I really like to just lift my chest, set your traps underneath you, and so you're just curling up. I keep my palms open the entire time. Like I said, I don't want to do that. You can, I'm not huge on the twist and squeeze. If you just keep it open and you're not using any other movements like your shoulders or no pain on your joints. So just keep it open the entire time, up and squeeze.
Come on, let's go. Good. Get him up. Yep. 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 Come on, Dave. Yep. Yes.
Squeeze, Brett. Let's go.
Good.
More. Come on.
Come on.
Ooh. Yeah, that got it. So keeping your chest up, then you're not dipping down. So it just keeps you in line. So then all you have to do is squeeze through your biceps. If you're done, you're swinging them more up. It prevents you from swinging your elbows. It's just driving through. So again, kind of like what we talked about triceps, set yourself up so you're solely only using the muscle and tendon, of course. But don't let any swinging motion. There's no swinging, there's no body movement. It's just using your bicep or your triceps.
Big squeeze. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Halfway home, those look great though. Keep it
Let's go, Brett. Come on. Yep. Dig. Yes. Get him up.
Yep.
Come on.
12 is good.
Sir.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, gee. Oh, fuck. Okay, we did a little back off there. So went to the top set. Then we came down to just doing 20s here. That's all it took. So but we're doing squeezes. So up, 3 count holds, 1, 2, 3, 3 down. So squeeze 3, 3 down, 1 through. So just slow it all down, a little bit of tempo set, finish them off, and then we'll keep moving on. You see that? All right. Okay. We just got done with the the incline dumbbell curls. Since we did so much triceps, especially with all that volume that you did, I want to go straight into another bicep. So whenever I start with that club pump, I call it, I'll usually go that, and then I'll do 2 biceps and then come back to a tricep because there's so much volume there. I'm still pumped up from it. So we want to kind of match up the sides, match up the biceps. So we're going to do another bicep here. So that last round we were down below, coming up, squeezing through the top. Now we're gonna do more of a, you know, a platform one. So what's one with your elbows are high and squeezing that way. I love this Cybex. You know, it's just a Cybex pin loaded and curl machine. Shit, we've had this for like 3 months. I've been using it like every time I do biceps. I love it so much. But you should all have something like this at your gym. So what feels really good is doing some dumbbell isolation and then coming on here and just getting after it. So now we can go a little bit heavier, we can go a little bit harder. The main focus still is at the squeeze at the top because we're working the peaks still as well here. So what we'll do here is we'll pyramid up, we'll go gradually go more and more and more, and we'll hit a nasty back off to finish it.
Let's work. Good squeeze. Yes. Come on, Brett. Let's go. Yeah.
Work, Brett. Let's go. More. Come on.
Nice. Yep. Again. Good. Again. Yes.
Finish. Let's go.
Up.
More.
Up. Yes, sir.
All right, Brett. What do you think for a back off?
Okay, let's try something new here. I've actually never done this, but the camera's on me, so I gotta do something cool, right? But no, let's try some 21s here. So you've seen me do 21s pretty much on everything at this point, you know, either legs or arms. So we're gonna do 7 bottom range, 7 top, and 7 full. So on this, we're already situated just here. Pump the lower head, and just make sure you know where you're working though. Don't just, you know, throw it around. Make sure you're actually squeezing through that lower bicep head. Then we'll go upper, then we'll go full. So I'm just gonna pick away, I'm not sure. Bear with me here, let's give it a try.
Come on. I got more. Yep. Keep it going. Yep. Oh yeah. Good.
Yep.
More, Brett. Let's go.
Yep. One more. Yep. Oh.
Good.
Yeah, that was good. I actually like that. You might have to do more at the end on the full, but pretty good technique there. All right, moving on to our next tricep movement. I want to do some close grip bench today. You know, on the Smith. I like to really isolate it. You pin your elbows to your side here, keep it in there, and you're just using your tricep to push through. So I like to do it on the Smith machine because then you have to don't worry so much about balance, forward and back. It's gonna be more just about going through that vertical plane. So we'll start here. We were gonna pair it, but we're gonna have to wait. So what we'll do is we'll do a couple rounds of this first, then we'll go hit some dips as well. All right, so get more into the details here. Like I said, I really wanna cover everything. As you can see here, obviously it's set up kind of like a bench press, but it's about you knowing what you're working here, you know, especially with the triceps, and taking it out of your chest and loading into your triceps. How you do so is you pin your elbows to your side. So I like to put them as close to my side as possible, and then you're sitting lower on the bench or further away. So look how high he is. The bar is going down, it's underneath his sternum. So just because it's lower, you're pressing through your tricep there instead of higher. So low, the elbows to your side, and feel a stretch through. So it's very conscious, mind-muscle connection movement, but set yourself up perfectly there and just let your triceps do the work, stretch them out, and press through, not flaring your elbows, keep them pinned.
Come on. Yes. Come on. Good. Up. Come on. Yep.
Okay, immediately after the close grip bench, we're gonna go straight into some machine dips. You know, everyone probably has one of these machines at their gyms. Love this thing. Mainly on this, when you're working purely triceps, make sure you're staying straight up and down. So your back should be straight up and down. You're pressing through with your elbows, with your triceps, pinning it down, control it back for a stretch, then back through. If you want to work a little chest, like especially under chest, you can lean forward a little bit and get to your chest, but we're not doing that today. It's solely triceps, so we're staying straight up and down, pressing straight down through.
Yep. Let's go, Hoss. Come on. Yep. Good. That's it. Through. Yep.
Hit a wall though. All right, we're moving into our next bicep here. I really like this one. We're going to do a single arm movement, so unilateral movement here. What I do is I use this machine. So look at this real quick. This is actually a machine where you obviously can do the same thing, but instead of using these lever arms, we're gonna use a dumbbell. I started to learn, I really like getting locked in here with a dumbbell. So you pick your one side, you come down all the way, and the cue's here in your head, so when you're thinking, I'm driving my elbow back into that pad as hard as I can and squeezing up. So what happens when I drive back and squeeze up, that's causing just the bicep to work. We're not using any shoulder, we're not using any forearm. It's just purely drive your elbow back into the pad and squeeze up. So it's a very, very simple technique, but a lot of people, it's hard for them to grasp. So drive it back and squeeze at the same time. So back, squeeze.
That's it. Nice. Big. Yep. Come on. Yep. Good. Yep. And up. Yep. Nice. Yep. One more. Come on. All the way through. Yep. Nice. Yep. Good. Yes. Come on. Good. Good. Yep. Way through. Two. Come on.
Come on.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Finish, Brett.
Up. Good.
Wow. All right, we're gonna finish up with triceps here. I wanted to show you this variation. I really like, I throw this in a lot, especially when, you know, maybe your elbows might be tender, or just kind of mix it up from regular skull crushers. So we're gonna do skull crushers, but using a cable. So everybody has, you know, a cable unit at their gym, whatever. So you just need to set a bench in front of it like this. And we're gonna use a straight bar. And so you're just gonna reach behind you and get it started, or have a partner hand it to you. And then you're just doing skull crushers with the cable. I personally really like it because it creates, you know, the tension is constant with it, with the cable. And you can get a really good stretch down below and back through. You know, slow it down, feel it out. You know what I mean? Like, this is a really, really, really good one, especially to finish with. So try this at the end. You know, if you want to mix it up from your typical skull crushers, cable skull crushers are key. All right, you gonna hit top set. Where are we at? Stacking it? Okay.
Yeah, you get stacked.
So we're gonna run this top set. We'll do a little nasty back off, a little stretch pause, but get as much as we can as this. Definitely feeling it. We're getting a little tired. They're full. Elbow's still hurting, I don't know why, but we're gonna get done. Let's go. Oh, oh. Only with a little pull. 1, 2, 3. Yep, got it.
Your bar. Let's go.
Yep.
Good. Good. Nice. Strong. Yes, sir. Let's go. Good. Good. Through. Let's go. Up. Nice.
Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Yeah. So I'm gonna finish here with one of my favorite things to do, especially with either overhead tricep or a skull crusher, especially on cable. This one's really good. So we're gonna do a stretch pause. So I'm gonna do 10 reps, and I'm gonna let it go down, extend, stretch my triceps. I'm just gonna hold it there. Since I have a partner, if you have a partner, you can also have them squeeze your elbows together. So have you squeeze your elbows to create more stretch. So you'll see in my stretch period, he's gonna come over and push my elbows together. Just creates this nasty stretch that, you know, literally hurts when you're doing it. But hold it there 10 seconds, go back into it to failure, hold 10 seconds with him applying pressure, then failure. So 3 rounds. So go 10 reps, stretch, failure, and you're good on triceps after this.
Finish, Brett.
2 more. Up. Yes, sir.
Oh.
There we go. Good. Yes, sir. Come on.
Yep.
Up. Now, come on. Come on. Good. Yes.
2.
1 more.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Shit.
Give me. Fuck. Stretch pause, nasty pause. Okay, so we got a few minutes left, so I just want to finish quickly with a little bit of a last bicep, but technically it's going to work a little bit of forearm, your brachialis right here. So forearm brachialis in the lower bicep head. So we're going to do cross hammer curls. So you have dumbbells, you've heard of hammer curls, just straight on. We're going to throw your shoulder forward a little bit, so that's the technique. Throw it forward so you're in front of your body, and all you're doing is curling through. Again, we're not swinging through, we're not doing this happy-go-lucky look thing going on, but we're just going to keep it pinned here. Squeeze it up and squeeze, and then they're squeezing all through this right here. So I want to go pretty heavy on this. I mean, like 60, 70, something like that. But it's just still all about that control, just that motion right across your body, and all you're using is your brachialis, your lower bicep, and your forearm. All right, before it starts raining on us out here, also got cloudy, but still a beautiful day. It was a good arm day, good pump. So, he's competing in like 6 weeks, so he's just going along for the ride right now.
I'm just glad to be here.
He's just glad to be here and looking for his next carb meal. But no,
That's right.
For real, that was a great session. Like I said, I hope I showed you some a little bit more detail and pointers on why are we doing this, how I'm setting up my arm training. I always say there's a million ways to skin a cat, so there's no correct way. This is just something that works for me, especially with those pre-exhaustion techniques at the beginning. Get as much blood in the muscles as possible. Then the rest of the time, it's just battling through. You'll go heavier, but you're already pretty worn out. You just got to keep battling through, tearing down the muscle fibers, and then using your supplements, your food, your sleep to recover, rebuild those tight fibers, and then do it all over again the next day. So that's bodybuilding in a nutshell. Tear down your body, build it back up, and do it all over again. But with that said, again, remember about Virginia this weekend. I'm really looking forward to this. This is one of the bigger guest postings I'm gonna do. I've done some in the past, but this is gonna be a fun weekend because this seminar is involved too. So if you're in Virginia, please swing by, especially on that Sunday during the seminar, and then we can hang out, maybe get some food and chill a little bit too. With that said, that is it for today. Again, please keep liking, subscribing to this channel. I really want you guys to comment what you want to see next. So I think we're doing a good job of mixing it up. I want to continue to bring more day in the life. I know we're still kind of waiting to close on the house right now to get us down to Florida, which a lot of content will pick up there as well, especially all the new beginnings. We got a lot of good opportunities down there with videography and having Zach the camera guy down there too. So we're excited to get down there, but we're gonna keep bringing you content here until we get down there, and bring you along the ride all the way there too. So let me know what you guys want to see, and appreciate you. We'll see you next week.